to Colors. Wait, where'd you go? There you go. Okay, Sonic Colors is, I'm sorry, it's probably the most overrated Sonic, like, yeah, it's definitely, of the mainline games, probably the most overrated in my opinion. I mean, you know, I'm glad it saved the franchise. I'm really thankful for it, honestly. But I don't know, for me, it's just so boring. I mean, I won't spoil too much because, you know, I'm eventually going to review these games, but, like, just Colors, like, the level design is the most boring in the entire mainline series, in my opinion, or okay, I won't say it's the most boring, but it's so blocky, and it freaking has more 2D than 3D, and just the level design in 2D is way too blocky, the level design in 3D is way too boring, and nothing happening. It's just Colors are so boring. I don't know what to say. It's just like, it's just like, I don't have fun with it. Like, it's just, it's so basic, and so, like, it's not ambitious at all. It's just a Sonic game that I find simply there, but, like, no. Like, literally the only reason why it got, a lot of, like, positive reviews, because, you know, it wasn't like, you know, it was literally the opposite of 06. It didn't have a million playable characters, but it wasn't ambitious, or it didn't have, like, its writing is, like, I don't know, I won't say I dislike Colors, but it's just, it's incredibly boring to me, honestly. It's just, I just find it boring. Yeah, Generations, on the other hand, is definitely one of my favorites. It's really good. I do like both classic and modern gameplay. I think it's fairly challenging. The thing with Generations, though, is that, like, in my most recent playthrough, I did enjoy my time with it, but, like, honestly, it just made me appreciate games like Unleashed and SA2 more. Like, so honestly, Generations is definitely in my top. I know for sure it's in my top 10. It's in my top 5, though. I really have to think about it, but, like, in my most recent playthrough, it's a great game. Really, honestly, Generations is probably the most competently made Sonic game, as there's no real glitches. The story is underwhelming, but it doesn't have many plot holes. Like, there's no real awful things about Generations, but I just find there's ambition towards it, but it just made me, like, appreciate games like SA2 more. Like, literally, when I played through Generations my last time, I was just thinking, no, I won't play SA2 over this. Like, it just made me appreciate other games more. Because Generations, like, you know, it's really easy, and, you know, I'm not a fan of it. No, I should say that. I am a fan of Generations, but I'm just not a fan of how easy it is. And, no, the final boss is just awful, but, you know, that's the only awful thing I gotta say about Generations. But it's still a good game, it really is, but just something about it, I just find, just kind of basic, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely the most competently made Sonic game, honestly. But, like, yeah, Generations by itself, I like it, I really do. But I just think the other 3D games are better. Other 3D and 2D games are better. Sonic Lost World is the one game that I played, like, once, like, before. I don't own it, but I played, like, once somewhere, I believe. And honestly, from playing it, even just looking at it, I don't like Lost World. Honestly, Lost World is everything I don't want Sonic to be. It has a really bad story, really bad writing. Graphics are pretty good, and the music is fine, but it's so non-Sonic like that I'm just not the biggest fan of it. There are some really good tracks in here, but, like, no, I'm just not the biggest fan of Lost World's soundtrack. The gameplay is way too non-Sonic. It's like Colors, but, like, even worse. Like, it's just, the level design is incredibly bland. It's way too Mario. It's like a Mario classic Sonic mishmash, and it just doesn't please either side. Lost World is just not. I don't like Lost World at all. It's literally everything I don't want in a Sonic game. It's not ambitious. There's no, like, real direction towards it. I don't like Lost World. I mean, I played it once, but I really have, like, no interest. Like, I mean, I probably will, like, pick it up and actually play through the whole thing, but I don't think it's gonna, like, I know for a fact that it's not gonna change anything. I just don't like Lost World. As for the Sonic Boom game, wait, hold up, am I still recording? Yeah. Alright, as for the Sonic Boom games, I haven't played Rise of the Lyric, but kind of like Lost World, I have no interest playing it. I do feel bad for developers because they went through a lot of trouble, you know, trying to get it done. But it's kind of like 06. There's just a lot of fundamental things about Boom Rise of Lyric that I just don't fancy. I think if it was completed, it probably would yeah, definitely would be better received. But like, I mean, I don't know if it'll be like my Sonic's like comeback to stardom, I guess. But Rise of I've never like I feel like I played Rise of Lyric like one time. I think I have, yeah. Like, but I don't really own it or anything, so you know I don't plan to own it really because Rise of Lyric is just really boring and yeah, it's I think it got the reception it deserved, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather play 06 than Rise of Lyric. I know, you know, people will say it's stupid, but you know, 06, you know, is somewhat entertaining. Rise of Lyric, I can just even just looking at it just bores me to tears. Alright, however, I did play Shadow Crystal. That was like a Christmas gift, actually. And, I hate it. Shadow Crystal, man, like, it's just, it has the tools to be a really good Sonic game, honestly. But, like, it's 2D, it's much better than Rise of Lyric, I'll say that. But it's just, it just there's like one main flaw about Shadow Crystal that literally destroys the entire game, and that's the whole like Metroidvania-esque like collectible thing to try to get. Like that alone is the reason why I haven't went back to Shadow Crystal ever since I beat it, because it's just I don't like Shadow Crystal. It's just, oh, fine. I won't say I hate it, but I just don't like Shadow Crystal. It's incredibly boring. It's really boring. The level design is alright, but just the one thing that kills it is just makes it really unbearable to play. So yeah. Sonic Mania, on the other hand, I actually think is pretty solid. Yeah, I think Sonic Mania, like kind of like Generations, is probably the most competently made 2D Sonic game. Because you know, there's no like real main glitches. Special stages are easily the best and, you know, most competent in the series. Because you know the special stages in Mania aren't like terribly designed like 1 and 2, and you know there aren't boring like 3 and Knuckles or and you know I find it more fun to play than CDs. So yeah, I just find the special stages pretty good. And just note that I'll talk about Sonic 4 in a different video, but I include Sonic 4 here. But anyway, sorry, that was off topic. Mania has a pretty good level design, really good music. Well, see, the thing with music in Mania is that I like it a lot, but unlike a lot of people where they act like it's God's gift to everything, I feel like this actual sound in Mania was like not up to par. I mean, T. Lopes is a great artist. I think he did a really good job, but like I feel like it's very obvious that instead of using like something like really professional, he used like Fruit Loop Studios. And there's nothing wrong with Fruit Loops, but like you, even though Tomoyo Otani uses like a sound system, or he doesn't use like an actual orchestra, I don't think. Like you can tell like the instruments actually feel organic with Tomoyo Otani, but like T. Lopes, you can feel the synthesized remastered things of like or remastered songs of like, you know, Chemical Plant or Green Hill, which is fine, you know, it does sound good, but like I don't know, I just think the actual sound quality could have been better for Mania. But there are some great tracks here, like Marriage Saloon Act 2 was really amazing. Press Garden Act 2 and Act 1. Most of the tracks here are really good, but like, you know, the sound itself could have been slightly better. Oh my god, I need to drink some water. But Mania, you know, it's fairly the thing of Mania, kind of like Generations though, is that like it made me respect other games more. Like Mania, you know, it's another game where I feel like they made the levels big just to be big. Now, to be fair, unlike 3 Knuckles, I feel like Mania, there's more like with most levels, like the alternate pathways actually lead to like different gameplay. While 3 Knuckles, I feel like that most levels just had alternate pathways for the sake of having alternate pathways. But, like Mania does, like, you know, have different like a different way of getting through the stage. But I don't know, just like Mania's levels are a little bit too big that like I don't ever get lost, but I just feel like they were doing too much is what I'm trying to say. And you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you prefer it, then that's fine, I get it. But you know, another thing is, and you saw this coming, but I really can't stand the fact that, you know, most of the levels are just copy and paste. What the? Sorry, I was looking on my phone. Copy and pasted from friggin' the other games. There's one thing I hate about 2010 Sonic right now is the nostalgia pandering, and you know, it's not even like Christian Whitehead's fault. It's freaking Takashi Iizuka's fault for having, like, you know, bringing back all these stages over and over and drugging up like classic Sonic over and over. No, I'll mention that next game. But anyway, yeah, like, no, just not a fan of the fact that most of these are reused levels, and you know, it's a shame really, because the best levels, everyone admits that everyone thinks that the best levels are the original ones. So yeah, if they're gonna make a Mania 2, they have to make like all original. Just no more nostalgia pandering BS, please, just please. Okay, oh, and one more thing, another thing about Mania is that whenever I play it, I feel like that I can't like play, I don't know, like unlike 2 or even CD, I feel like, kind of like 3 Knuckles now I think about it, I play most of Mania, but like after a while I kind of get bored of it, like, no, it's just, I don't know, I mean, maybe honestly, people, I mean, even though the ranking system is kind of like a polarizing subject in 3D games, I think that they could have, like, the ranking system could have helped in games like Mania, or like, you know, could have been more strict in Generations, because like, it really adds to like the replayability of these games, you know. But that's a topic for another day. But overall, Mania is a really good game. I definitely think, 2, CD are I honestly rather, I'm trying to think, I honestly rather play 3 Knuckles over Mania. Actually, would I? I don't know. I have to really think about whether I'd rather play 3 Knuckles over Mania or not. I don't know. I'd probably rather play 3 Knuckles, but I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I stutter a lot. Oh yeah. Last one is Sonic Forces, and I freaking hate this game. Easily the worst mainline Sonic game. I think Forces is worse than 06. I find it worse than Heroes. I find it worse than what other mainline games I hate. Yeah, I think it's I semi like it, but I think it's worse than Shadow. I semi like Shadow now. I don't like Forces at all. Yeah, Forces. I could complain on and on about Forces till the cows come home, because Forces. Oh my lord. I don't like it. It's the plot is awful. The gameplay is awful. The level design's awful. There's almost even the music kind of sucks. I mean, just Forces is just not. It's not just a bad Sonic game, but like it kind of offends me in a way, because it panders to many different people and doesn't. It just does so many pandering things that make it so obvious that they're trying to like just grab for cash, like retconning classic Sonic from different, like, going from time to different dimension, all that, to stuff like, having chaos there, but not even giving it a boss fight. Just Forces outright offends me because of how pandering it is, and hence why I hate it. There's no like there's almost nothing in Forces that I just like. It's a really bad game. I honestly rather play 06 than Forces, really. Because Forces is just not a good game. It's just not. But yeah, I don't like Forces at all. It's probably the worst mainline, easily the worst mainline game for me. I find it better than Secret Rings, but like I probably find it better than Rise of Lyric, but like I don't know. I really don't like Forces. All right, well that is all my thoughts on the on mainline Sonic games plus a few others, and yeah, I'll see you guys with my next video. Take care.